We'll go ahead and get started. First question, Kaliko.
Hey, Coach, just how would you assess this two-game homestand? Do you see it as kind of where this team still needs to work, or do you see it as a learning tool given everything that's going on this season for you guys?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, we obviously these two games were not good at all, and we have to learn from them. But there are symptoms of these two games. I mean, you know, there's a genesis, I should say, of why we played this way in these two games, and it's up to us to figure it out. Why we're starting the games as poorly as we are, to the point where you see it was 35-14 in the first quarter, and then after that it was basically an even game. So getting off to poor starts, our readiness and ability to just take the challenge at the beginning of the game has to improve.
Adam Spaulding.
Stephen, all the things that you talked about wanting to improve between these two games, did any of that get cleaned up tonight?
I mean, they didn't run out on us as much. We didn't turn it over quite as much, but you know, there's different things that happened tonight. So I don't necessarily feel good about the fact that we had 15 turnovers as opposed to 21 turnovers. And they only had 17 fast break points as opposed to 30 or whatever they had last game. So we just got to do better.
Mark Berman.
Stephen, are you surprised in any way that y'all never really able to make a run at them?
Yeah, definitely surprised. Definitely. They hit us over the head early in both games, and we weren't able to respond. And that's not who we should be. We got to be a team that, as adversity comes, you respond in a way that you will meet that adversity with force, and we're not doing that.
Jonathan Fagan.
Stephen, did you think, and this might be what you're alluding to, but did you think there was a lack of fight, a lack of competitive fight?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say there's a lack of fight or competitiveness, but we didn't bring the right intensity to the game.
Thank you.
Michael Shapiro.
Coach, you mentioned the slow start and the lack of intensity. Is there anything you are trying to do to try to boost that intensity yourself?
For sure. I mean, what we're trying to do with that first group is get them in a rhythm, right? With getting the ball up quickly, and we're not necessarily doing that, and making sure that we are on our defensive coverages, which we weren't. So, yeah, that's my job.
Tim McMahon.
Stephen, when you see middle of the second quarter, the Lakers are having enough fun where LeBron's shooting a three in the corner and turning around the balls in the air and kind of, yucking it up with his teammates. What do you think, and how do you want your team to respond to that?
It doesn't feel good. It sure doesn't. They're obviously a together group, and they're having fun at our expense. So it doesn't feel good at all, and we should take umbrage. It's like they're dancing on our home court, and we just got to fight. We got to fight through it.
Cody Davis.
Hey, Coach, you just finished talking about the Lakers being a together team. How much of the struggles that you are seeing with your team is based off the chemistry issues that they still might have?
I don't know.
Kaliko.
Hey, Coach, with the way the team is struggling to shoot from the outside of the floor, have you considered a tweak with the lineup, maybe getting a shooter in there? Ben McLemore, for instance. Have you considered that at all?
I have considered it. I've considered a lot of things, especially with the starting group and the way that we've been starting games. But I would say that our issues in the first half aren't necessarily shooting; they might be defense. So, or a mixture of both. So we got to get it figured out. And the great thing is, and the positive thing is, it's early. This is game 9. We got 63 more games. So we're not panicking. We're not saying, woe is me. We're fixing and we're moving on and we're going to get better.
Thank you, Coach.